Hello, board members and superintendent. My name is Julia Braga, and I will be presenting today on my instructional leadership philosophy, school needs, and strategies that promote collaboration. Strong leadership has shown to be a key to student success many times over, so cultivating and refining my own leadership skills is a priority for me. Recently, I had the opportunity to take a deep dive into my own leadership practices and reflect on how I could improve them. I discovered that many of my well-intentioned actions do not benefit my colleagues or lead to success. I learned that I need to step back and let others think, make mistakes, and learn to fend for themselves. These critical thinking problem-solving skills is something I consider the cornerstone of teaching. So when I allowed myself to become a teacher to adults instead of what I perceived as a leader, these qualities emerged quite naturally. My strongest diminisher qualities were idea guy, always on, protector, and optimist. I'm moving towards becoming a multiplier. Some of my actions are staying quiet more often and asking challenging questions, letting others experience the mess and learn to fend for themselves, talk about my own mistakes and provide space for others to make them. Overall, I need to take a step back and let others take the lead. This self-exploration and reflection really led me to see that my leadership philosophy was defined by John Quincy Adams all those years ago. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Coronado High School is the school that I'm going to be focusing on today. With around 1,000 students enrolled and a very high-performing school, with less than 10% of our students being socially, economically disadvantaged, this school on the surface seems to have very few problems. We also have 45% of students that are military connected. When I sat down and I spoke with the principal, though, you find that there are some inequities and inequalities that are present. And like any school that's high performing, there are ways that we can improve accountability, accessibility, and equity for all of our students. Utilizing the California State Dashboard, the WASC report, and having a conversation with the principal of Coronado High, we were able to identify four main concerns. The Common Core state standards are inconsistently taught among and within departments. There's a need for additional student-to-student interaction in most classes. Differentiation for students to access content is not evident in most classes. And there's an intervention and remediation opportunities are inconsistent. It was important to me that as I began my coaching strategies and needs assessment with the Cornell High School, that I kept the coherence framework in mind. I wanted to make sure that I was focusing direction, I was cultivating collaborative cultures, I was deepening learning for all, and I was securing accountability. The social science department was identified as needing the most assistance in these four areas of concern. Their department lead was willing and eager to try some new teaching practices to deepen student learning. Our focus became collaborative inquiry thinking from the social science framework. These hit the four areas that I was talking about earlier. They're Common Core state standards, there's an opportunity for student-to-student interactions, collaborative work is a research-based form of differentiation, and the teacher can confer with students to provide the on-the-spot intervention. So, through our use of collaborative inquiry thinking, we believe that the expected result would be that students would be actively engaged in the learning versus passively listening to the teacher. So basically moving that cognitive load onto the students instead of just receiving a lecture. We were going to measure success by classroom observations. So those student-to-student interactions should increase over a baseline. And student work would have evidence of higher order thinking versus kind of a fact regurgitation. My coaching beliefs and strategies are based on three essential components. First, it's a collaborative approach. We must always be working together towards our goal. It's not me telling the teacher, it's the teacher and myself working together. Second, it's a student-centered focus. The teachers should be making the changes to deepen student learning. It's on the student, it's about the students. It's not about you as a teacher. So you have to remove yourself and your ego from it. This can be challenging. But if you can focus on the students and their results, it'll feel better and it'll work better. The third part is building in that time to look at student work and reflect on progress. If time is not built in, if you don't have a calendar and you don't have a long-term, long-range goal, then real change will not take place. So these are the three things that I always look to do when I'm coaching with somebody. I work with them, we think about what the students need, and we block out time to work together. So collaboration really is the key to being a strong leader. You have to utilize those around you and know how to get the best out of people. So an educational leader is really challenged to work collaboratively with staff, students, and parents to unleash their potential. There are collaboration opportunities, and they come in various forms, including staff meetings, PTO meetings, those leadership meetings, the grade level meetings, the committee meetings, those in the hallway interactions that you have quickly, right? These happen all the time. When I have these interactions with people, I purposely am working towards speaking less, listening really actively, and asking questions that elicit thinking. This strategy is based on my belief that people are smart, and if they're given the space to make mistakes and the support to keep going, they're going to rise to the occasion. My school district has this motto: connect, challenge, and champion. This is our motto when we think about student to student, teacher to student, and teacher to teacher. How are we connecting? How are we challenging? And how are we championing one another? I think that I like to do this in a number of different ways. As an instructional leader, I seek to do this every single day. I want parents and staff and students to feel a strong, positive connection to school. I believe I can create a positive climate where everyone feels supported through active listening, asking questions, and genuinely being present. I challenge people to be their best, and I remind them that making mistakes is part of the problem. I believe that everyone needs a champion, and we can be that for each other if the conditions are right. People must share a vision where student success is real and believe that they are appreciated for what they do. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day.